Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Eris Brown's Career Day. And today we are talking to Dr. Antoinette Caldwell, and she's going to share with us just some information about her and what she does. And so we hope that you enjoy this interview. So, Dr. Caldwell, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, where you live now, and what is your career?
Um, I am a pediatrician here in Evansville, Indiana. I'm originally from Lorain, Ohio. It's a small community near Cleveland.
Okay.
And I've been here in Evansville for about 6 years. And I love doing what I do.
Okay. Okay. How long have you been a pediatrician?
About 15 years. I graduated medical school in 2003, but I've been practicing independently since 2005.
Okay. Okay. And did you dream of being a doctor when you were younger, or did you want to be something else?
I had a lot of things that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a truck driver. I wanted to
Okay.
be a state trooper. Wanted to be a veterinarian. And I always kept circling back to being a doctor as a young child. And then in high school, I got serious about it.
Okay. Okay. And that was going to be my next question. When did you decide that you wanted to be a doctor? So in high school.
And that's when I realized, probably 8th grade, 9th grade, that your grades mattered. And what school you went to mattered, and how long it took to be a doctor. So when I found out what it took, I started getting serious about my grades and looking for opportunities.
Okay. Okay. Is being a doctor something you're passionate about?
Extremely. There are days, I think even in medical school, there were very, very difficult days. And there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of studying, there's long hours, there's some disappointments. And if you aren't, if it's not for yourself, if you can't find that drive, it's hard to finish. And so I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very serious about parents trusting me with the lives of their children. And so I take it serious, and I love what I do.
Okay, that's great. What kind of things did you do to prepare to be a doctor? So you talked about schooling. How many years does it take?
Well, after high school, you go to college. I actually started off as a psychology major, but I like biology better. So I completed a 4-year degree. I have a bachelor's in biology. And then you have to take a test. It's an entrance exam for medical school called the MCAT. And then you attend medical school, which is also 4 years. After completing medical school, you're a doctor, but you need to specialize. And I did a residency in Indianapolis at Riley Children's Hospital to become a pediatrician.
Okay. Okay. Well, what makes you the most excited about being a doctor?
I love working with parents, especially new parents, watching them go from deer in the headlights scared
Yes.
to when they figure it out. And then if they have a second child, just watching them in amazement how different each child is. Being able to be a part of people's families, as far as I'm just as excited about teeth breaking through and learning to potty train and first words and first steps. So I get to do that times 1,000. So it's the best part is working with the families and watching the children grow and develop.
Yeah. Well, what's the what's the hardest part about being a doctor?
Sometimes when I tell people I'm a pediatrician, they always say, "Oh, the sick children." And I used to think, it was difficult dealing with children who were ill. In residency, I worked on the hematology oncology ward on Christmas. So those were the sickest children in the hospital. But they also were the most lively and most enjoyable people to be around. They lived life to the fullest.
Yeah.
And the thing about children, they're resilient. They recover. They play until they can't play.
Yeah.
They enjoy life. So children, even if they're ill, still want to be a child, still want to have fun, still like to play. Losing a patient is difficult because these are children. But until 2020, this is the most difficult year of my career. Only because even with a cancer diagnosis, there's a plan, there's a prognosis, there's a treatment, and there's, reassurance and statistics and history of recovery. But this has been the most challenging year because there's so much unknown and there's so much undiscovered. And so not being in control of the diagnosis, not being in control of the plan has been very challenging.
Yeah. I can imagine. Do you, this was a question for later, but given what you just said, what are some self-affirmations that you say to yourself, when things are difficult, or even when things are good, some things that you say to yourself to keep you moving forward?
Well, I was raised in church, and I have always been encouraged by my family, my church families, and even now, my current church family really support me. So I pray. I pray before I go into a room. I pray before I touch a child. But I know that God strengthens me to do all things, and I look to Him. And so I'm going to mess up if I try to quote. But I know it's Philippians. I think it's 4:13. But I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And if I'm wrong,
no, you're right.
Charge my mind, not my heart.
You are right. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Yes. Do you have any other careers or things that you do other than being a doctor?
Nothing for pay, but I have some hobbies that I enjoy. Okay. I love photography, and
wow.
I aspire to be a good photographer, but I volunteer to take pictures for different programs.
Okay.
So there's a program at my church, the Angel Tree. This will be the first year we don't gather, but normally I'll take the Christmas pictures with Santa.
Okay.
I have, I'm also a safety officer with the NRA, and I teach children gun safety.
Really?
That's one of our local gun ranges, because I think it's important to educate, not just, teach fear, but you educate so there is a sensible way to handle yourself around a gun. And it's very important for children to learn that from someone who is, informed.
Okay. That's really cool. I never have thought that, the pediatrician, and she's helping you learn gun safety. Yeah. Okay. In Eris Brown and Career Day, Eris's dad says to Eris, if you put limits on what you can be, then you limit what you will be. Do you agree with this statement?
Absolutely. Absolutely the truth. Going through medical school, there were some tough times, and one of our advisors would tell us, you have to see yourself in that position. So if you can't even imagine it, there's no way that you'll achieve it. So you have to believe that you can do it, and you have to see yourself doing it.
Yes. I like that. Like, believe it and see it. You have to see it. Yeah. Well, the last question is, do you believe that we all have unlimited potential?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I see it time and time again, especially working with children. they learn fear, but before they learn fear, they have the belief that they can do all things. And so they take chances, they take risks, they don't see maybe the danger or the limits. But yes, we are full of potential.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for being here and being a part of our interview. And maybe you'll come back in the future and talk with us. It was really great to hear your story, and just everything that you shared was really awesome. I think that the kids would love to hear it. Oh, I did forget one question. What's some advice that you would like to give children who want to be a doctor or a pediatrician like you?
If you are interested in medicine, any field, it's really important to be a good reader. So even if it's, comic books or short stories or magazines, whatever you can get your hands on, you should enjoy reading. And the way you enjoy that is to have more practice. So practice reading, learn to love reading, and read as much as you can.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Caldwell, for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.